Hello. I hope everyone is having a great day. Let me get my blanket. Hold on. Okay. Whew, that's so much better. It's been kind of like cold here. Been a little cold and ooh, kind of not something I want to deal with. It's like it was cold and then it got it was warm. Let me back up a little bit. First, it was warm. We had some warm weather, and then out of nowhere, now it's cold again. So I'm just like, it's cold here in NC. But I just wanted to come on, just to vibe with y'all, have some tea. We have a blueberry tea, a stress relief tea, and all of that. And the taste is amazing. It's really good. It's by this brand called Yogi, Yogi. You can get you some tea from them. You can get it from Walmart. You can get it offline. You can get it wherever you want to get it. The tea is amazing. Okay. If you want to feel like, child, them kids can do whatever they want to do. My husband can do whatever he want to do. I'm just here. I'm just existing. I'm relaxed. Then that is what you need. You need you some yogi tea with a little splash of lemon, a little splash of honey, and baby, you'll be feeling so relaxed. You will be, hi, everybody. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I thought I'd give y'all a little matinee special today. I feel like everybody tries to come on at night, and, I feel like, yeah, Saturdays is for the churn. Saturdays is typically for the churn if you got kids. Saturdays is for the kids. But sometimes them kids, they be having plans of their own. So we definitely are vibing today. Yeah, yes, Tanya. Tanya, listen. Hey, Tanya Renee. Hey, Stephanie Murphy. Hey, Tanya Bond. Hey, Sister Paulette. Hi, Avani. Um, Hey, y'all coming in the chat. I know some of y'all just coming in off the, YouTube algorithm of the live. So come on in, come on in. Now, while you coming in, you could stay, you could chat with us, but we Christian over here. We Christian and we don't cuss and we don't say bad things, okay? We don't say bad things in the chat. We say good things, okay? So I don't know, I don't know. The first person to type a ridiculous message, the chat going on subscribers only, okay? So don't be typing nothing crazy because you're going to put everybody else on punishment. But hi, everyone is coming into the chat. Tanya, yes, my hair is growing. I looked at my hair the other day. Actually, yesterday, I looked at it and I was like, wow, like your locks are, you getting some length to them now. When I started my locks, they were like this long. So, um, she said, because Tanya Bond will delete you. Yes, my mods in here today. My mods are in here today. She said that it's that level serum got the hair growing like Rapunzel. Yes, that. Listen, I oil my scalp with that after I do my retwist. And I try to drink more water too, y'all. Thank you. You said it a couple of times. Thank you for the compliment on my glasses. Thank you. So yes, what was I about to say? The collagen that I take is helping with the nails. Somebody made a mention to my nails. These are my healthy nails, no acrylics, just healthy natural nails. No polish on them right now, but I do tend to put like a nice little clear coat on there just to give them a little extra read all about it, So the collagen has the nails growing beautifully. I also use like gloves when I'm washing my dishes, and I'm very mindful because I don't want them to break, but they are pretty strong nails. They're pretty strong. Listen, that collagen is doing my body so good. I cannot. not do my collagen now. It is a part of my regimen. At 34 years old, I need the collagen. No, it's fine. I see your comments, Avina. I was saying thank you because you put it in there twice, and I saw it the first time that you put it in there. But thank you so much for the compliment on my glasses and everything. I got these glasses from a company called Zulu, Zolo. So yeah. Um, but yeah, we're just checking in. I'm checking in with y'all on this Saturday to see how you guys are doing, and all of that good stuff. I don't like all of that. I can't. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. I'm here for my people. But if you're new to the chat, I'm sorry that like you're gonna have to subscribe and kind of catch the vibe before you can chat because the trolls be coming in. They be rolling in. They be rolling with the punches. And no. Nope. Mm-mm. But yes, y'all. So it's Saturday about 2:16 p.m. over here on the East Coast. And I am relaxing right now. Just kind of taking it easy today. Nothing planned at all. So we are in a good place. We're in a good place. And I wanted to have a light, fun, free hearted conversation. Because, sometimes, like Brother mentioned yesterday, like the topics can be a little heavy. And I don't want to be like that. I don't think I'm a heavy person to you guys online. So I'm like, I want to have a more light conversation, see how you all are doing today, see what y'all getting into. Later today, we may go out to dinner with my mom and my uncle and his wife. They're coming into town from the Atlanta area, so we may meet up with them later to go get us some good food and all of that. So I'm enjoying that little. I'm enjoying it. Like the weekends are really slow for us because we have a very very busy week. We're always moving, and when you have a young child, uh, you have to keep them occupied. You have to keep them occupied. So my intentions was to come on at 3 o'clock, but I thought it might be better for my kid to take a nap because he was being a little cranky. And I don't know what it is about kids. I don't remember being this way. So God, please forgive me if I'm being a hypocrite. But I don't remember being this way. But kids, it's like when you tell them to clean up, they act so devastated. Like, how long do you think you're gonna leave your toys all over my living room looking like a playhouse? And when I tell you to clean up these Legos, and not the big Legos, the small Legos, the Legos you step on that hurt, the Legos, the stuff be in your way. You can't even you don't even got a walking path, and it's only one of him, and the living room be looking crazy. So I was like, clean up. I'm calm. I'm like, hey, clean up. He, hmm, huh, huh, huh. I said, okay. When you finish, go to bed. Go to bed. Because absolutely not. Because we was gonna play the game. We was gonna finish building his Star Wars, and I was gonna come on here and vibe with y'all after 3 o'clock because we would have been, I would have gave him like an hour or so to, like one-on-one focus. But he wanted to be, cranky. So I said, no problem. How about you go sleep it off? Go sleep it off. And when you wake up, we could try this again. So for all the parents out there, who children are older, he is my first child. He is my only child. And yes, I was a child. We all have been children. But that was over 30 years ago. Or, yeah, no. Yeah, that was 29 years ago when I was 5 years old. So with that being said, yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I'm like, me and him, we figuring it out, okay? We figuring it out. And I just be so transparent with y'all because it's that we just figuring it out. I get it wrong, he get it wrong. I mean, sometimes I get mad at myself because I'm like, I'm the adult. I'm the grown person. I'm the person that's supposed to be regulating her emotions, not you. It's me. And that's one thing I could say about me as being a friend, a sister, a daughter, and a potential wife one day. I don't mind taking accountability. I do not mind it. Hey, Brother Nixon, I do not mind it. I do not mind taking accountability. I was wrong. I was wrong. Yes, I was wrong. Is that better, y'all? Look, I got y'all. I'm sitting over here in the dark with this whole ring light in front of my face. And here I go sitting in the dark, like, turn on the light. Turn the light on. Turn the lights on. All right. So listen, y'all, I got to get out of my little heathen ways. I do. I got to get out of my little heathen ways. I got to get out of the quoting the Beyonce's. Okay. I got to get out of that. I'm growing. All right. So don't get in here. Not Beyonce. I like the little B. I like B. I liked past tense, I'm trying, now that I know more about her and stuff, I'm like, okay, girl, I can't like you no more. Okay. But if I'm in the grocery store and they start playing Single Ladies, I might do a little, and then gotta catch myself and be like, oh, I don't listen to Glorilla, but if I'm scrolling and they say it's 7 p.m. Friday, I might continue the song. Not because I listen to it, but because I know it's on. I'm just a real person, okay? I'm a real person. I'm a real person. I'm a real person, okay? So Tanya Renee, she says, my nails split down the middle, so collagen strengthens. I don't know if collagen strengthens the nails, but I will say collagen has helped with my nails, and also it has helped with it's also on the packaging it also says that it's good for bone. So I assume so. I assume that it strengthens the nails because it's also, helping with your bones and stuff. So I would say so, but I don't know much about collagen. I'm sorry. I do know enough about collagen. I know it's good for the skin, good for the nails, good for the hair. I don't take any biotin supplements or anything like that. I simply just, listen, when I do my collagen too, so in the morning, I have my collagen in my warm water with lemon, and I do my liquid chlorophyll. Sorry. In the morning, I have a warm glass of water. In that water, it includes my collagen, my lemon juice, my liquid chlorophyll, and my slippery elm. And then now, because of the seasons and the allergies, I've been adding in my ginger shots. So what happened is that I actually froze the ginger shots and I put them in the freezer. So they froze into little cubes. And what I do is I make my morning concoction drink, okay? And it's great. It has great supplements. So this is what's in my morning concoction drink for today. So for today, we had collagen, liquid chlorophyll, slippery elm, warm water, lemon juice, and my ginger shots that I've made on live with y'all. Put them in the freezer and then take one cube out, put all of the liquid chlorophyll, slippery elm, lemon juice, all of that good stuff, have that in there, and then I pour my hot water over all of that, give the electric whisk a spin, spin, spin. And guess what? We vibing. Now we're gonna drink that while we, getting ourselves together, while we brushing our teeth, doing our morning routine, maybe reading our word. We're drinking that. That is the first thing I have in the morning. So I don't know if collagen helps with strengthening the nails. I don't know if there's other supplements that I'm taking that helps with the nails, but that's what I'll be doing in the morning. Life with Paulette, you said that it is 8:26 here in Aloha Land. Girl, I ain't seen 8:26. Listen, I didn't even see 8:26 this morning because I was in the bed asleep. Legend was on his own. Legend was on his own, y'all. My baby is efficient, okay? He got up, he did his morning routine, brushed his teeth, washed his face. He came in here, grabbed him a little Part Tart, grabbed him a little Prime hydration drink. Honey, he had these toys all over this floor, and he was in here playing. And I was in there asleep. I was asleep, but I was here. I'm a light sleeper. Now that if I know he's up, I'm aware. And he came in there and he said, "Mommy, I'm just checking on you." I said, "I'm here, son. I ain't going nowhere." Yeah, look, I said, "You ain't gotta keep checking on me now." But I love him for it. I love him for it. You said you're doing awesome, sis. Keep up the great works. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. I did greet you, Tony Nixon. And then you said, Tanya Renee says, Elvira, these children now are something else. I feel you. My granddaughters do the same thing. Yes, you got toys all over the house. And see, I didn't realize that was an issue. Who done popped in here? Hey, Nicole, I see you done popped in. Hey, Bob T, I see you done popped in. Hey, Gino P, I see you done popped in. I got it up on my computer over here. Okay. Y'all done popped in on me. What's up? I'm going through the chat on my phone, but I can see the most recent comments on my computer. So yeah, so listen, I didn't realize how much of a problem it was that he has his toys all over the house, and I don't really tell him your toys need to be in this place only. So I allow him to come and bring his toys in our living room because all throughout our apartment we have hardwood floors. So it's cold and it's not comfortable. So I allow him to come into the living room because we have a rug in here and it's a little bit more comfortable for him. But when I went with my dad, and my dad was like, you just let him, like my dad wasn't like coming down on me or anything, but he was questioning me like, so you let him just play with his toys and you don't tell him to clean up as he go? And I told him no. And I was like, oh no. I was like, when it's time to clean up, I tell him to clean up everything. And then come to find out, my god brother is the same way with his daughter. Like, we just let them play with their toys and we go on about our business. We don't be paying them no mind until it's time to clean it all up. And my daddy like, no, when he done with one toy, he need to put it up and then get another toy. And I was like, oh yeah, that's not his fault. That's my fault, because I'll be letting him play with the Legos, the magnets, the crayons, the paint. Child, it be stuff everywhere. It be, because who got time? I'm tired. And then every time I tell him to clean up, now I gotta go through the attitude and the huffing and the puffing and the blow your house down. I ain't got time for that. Look, when you finish with your toys, just pick them. When you finish with everything, just put everything away. And then that's when we be having these deep little conversations with a 5-year-old, okay? So look, the mama got to work on it. It's me, y'all. It ain't him, it's me. You said, what I do with my grandson is cleaning up together seems to work. Yeah. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that because I didn't mess up these toys. You did. You clean it up. These your friends. Like he told me, he showed me his little Lego people today. He was like, these my children. I said, okay. Now take you and your kids and get out my room. Get these kids out my room. But yeah, I try to get him to, all jokes aside, I do clean up. after him a lot. I mean, he's 5, but I still try to implement things to him to let him know, like, listen, you cannot just, eat your food and leave it at the table. If you're finished eating, take your trash, put it away. If you take off something, like he'll get a snack. One thing in the way I grew up, literally, my mom was never the one to be like, oh, you got to ask me for food. Like, my mom wasn't like that. It was, if it's in there, it's in there. If you eat it all up within the first day, then that's it. You not getting no more until, shoot, I don't even know if we had food stamps back then, but we probably did. But the point was, you not getting reimbursements on your snacks until I get some more money. So if my mom went out, because my mom was one of those moms, she didn't buy the off-brand stuff. It's nothing wrong with off-brand. I buy off-brands these days. But when I was growing up, we had, like, it wasn't like, she'll buy like the store brand part tarts and stuff. So she'll buy these snacks and stuff for us, and we'll be having a lot. It was just me and my sister. But my mom wasn't the one that was like, oh, you got to ask me if you want to eat, or she'll hide the snacks or hide the sodas. She didn't do all of that. If you drunk up, everybody got their own snack. You got to choose your own snack. You got to choose your own drink. And if you drunk up all your stuff, that's on you. Now, if your sister decide to share with you, that's between you and your sister. But once you eat up all your food, that's it. All your snacks, that's it. And ain't no more till them stamps come again. And ain't no more till she get paid again. And I don't even know if we got stamps back then, but I'm sure at some point in time, we probably did get some stamps, or we bought some. Let's just be real. We ain't too fancy. We ain't too high and mighty to say that. I know we got some WIC every now and then. Got them little the cereals off the WIC. We sure did. Got the cheese off the WIC. We sure did. So I do the same thing with my son. I go to Costco. I get his favorite snacks. And he has the free range. If you want a part tart, you get a part tart. If you want your Rice Krispies, you get go get a Rice Krispie. He's into the Prime drinks thanks to these little kids on YouTube. So now he has, like, Sam Clubs has like the pack of Primes that y'all can get. So I get him that, and he has his own thing, so he could just go and grab it. But there's a time, like, he knows after a certain time frame, like after dinner, don't be asking me for nothing else. So yeah, Gino P, you says, peace to the sisterhood. Peace to the sisterhood. Peace to the sisterhood. Oh my God, y'all. So my mom did the 23andMe, and yes, I know they went bankrupt. Yes, I know they have all of our information. Yes, I know, y'all. But my mom did it, and my father did it. And my mom has ancestry in Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. And it was somewhere else, but I remember hearing you say, Gino P, if you still listening, and you were like, you was like, I'm not Latin, I'm Caribbean. And I was like, he's right. Not to say that you don't know any better. Of course you know better. But it's funny because Puerto Rico is is in the Caribbean. And I was just thought about, anyway, long story short, I was like, oh, I got some Caribbean roots in me. But my mom is 37% Nigerian. 37. I was like, oh, girl, you Nigerian. And here go my mama. She said, yeah, and I'm going to Africa for at the end of the year. I need to go see my people. I said, girl, you too much for me. You said, hey, is the body serum the same? Yes, it just comes in an oil. The serum and the body creams, if it has the same name, it's the same scent. It's just in an oil form. And the oils are actually what I use in the summertime, because in the winter, the shea butters are much easier to use, and it's more drier outside. But the body serums, which is a body oil, is much better to use in the summertime, because you can just use as much as you need and put it where you need to be and keep it going. But yes, brother, Yes, it is. Hey, Sister Miller, how you doing? Bob T, how you doing? You said, okay, I'll have to purchase some collagen for my bones due to the um osteoarthritis. Okay, yes, add in a little collagen, and now I have it in the powder form. And I've noticed that if I put collagen in a cold beverage, it does not blend the way that I would like. So I typically put my collagens in a smoothie that can be blended really good, or I put it in a warm beverage that the heat of the water or whatever will break down the collagen a little easier to help it dissolve. So, hey Nicole, Barkis. You said add your name to what? What you saying? Tanya Renee. I know I'm a little behind in the chat, so I apologize. I was asking that to Sis Tanya. Oh, okay. Yeah. But what are y'all doing? She says, sometimes I have to initiate the cleanup. Hey, Christopher. Hey, Chris. How you doing, bruh? I hope all is well. Shout out to Bob T. Yeah, shout out to y'all pulling up on me on this good Saturday. That's what's up. I'm trying to see if I have. Okay, yeah, you say you have to initiate cleanup. Yeah, we definitely have to initiate it because they're not going to do it on their own. If they can have, toys all over the house, making the house look like a playground, or Toys R Us, then, they would do that. But, I understand. And sometimes my thing is this, I don't mind the toys. I don't mind it. But I do understand that there has to be order and I have to teach him these things. So I'll let the toys sit there. Like last night, the same toys. Last night we were playing together. We built this little city together and we were playing, and then he started working on his Star Wars Lego set that my dad got him. And then he wanted to watch Incredibles, so I turned Incredibles on. So all the toys were still on the floor from last night, this morning. So when he cleaned up this morning, he wasn't just cleaning up him playing with his toys this morning. It was from last night. So I'm not one that really minds it. I don't. I'm very laid back in that regard. It's so interesting to me because I'm a clean person, but I'm not like a neat freak. I don't mind things kind of looking like people live here. There are people out there, and drop down in the chat and tell me if you're one of those people. There are people out here in the world where you don't like your house to look like people live there. That's not me. We live here. We live here, okay? We live here. And I think that is what I don't think I need to work on that because I'm clean. And things get cleaned, things get done, but I don't, and that's something that I pray, to God, and I ask God, like, please provide me someone who understands that, because I'm not going to be, you not coming home to a spotless house every single day. Absolutely not. That's unreasonable. Not me, girl. Not me. Tony Nixon says, buying them things is how I survived with 5 kids. Brother, I didn't know you had 5, but I know they all grown now. And that's the thing. My dad was complaining, and then when I showed him his toys collection, he said he has too many toys. I said, Dad, do you know you brought 50% of these toys? And he ain't say nothing. I said, exactly. You bought him these things. You and your ex-wife. Y'all the ones who buy him these things. And then y'all tell me that I got to work on him in this regard and that regard. I'm like, you make it hard for me. Okay? Okay? Good. Hey, Auntie Dawn. Hey. She said, I'm exhausted, but still giving thanks. Amen. I'm enjoying this stuff I bought for you. Going to be ordering again soon. Woo, woo. GWL, get you some. GWL, get you some. Y'all got to go on to growingwithlegend.com. Go and get you some. Go and get you some smell goods. The summer is on its way. And the number one scent on my website for the summer is the Yum Yum Serum. Listen, if you like tropical scents and you like to smell fun, fruity, and you want something that kind of is going to linger, the Yum Yum Serum is chef kissed. It is the perfect fragrance for the summer. It's very bright. It smells like blueberries, apples, pineapples, all of those things. And it smells so delicious. The Yum Yum Serum was one of the first serums that I made. And when I started the company back in 2020, so it's something that I am very passionate about with that scent, because I was just mixing up some scents and I put those three fragrances together and it smells so good. So if you like something that smells appealing, that lingers, that's fun, if you like real good citrus and fruity scents, the Yum Yum Serum is what you would want. The Yum Yum Serum only comes in a body oil and a body scrub. That's it. It does not come as a body butter. Just because it's no reason why. I just don't make it in the body butter. I make it in the oil and the body scrub. But that's really all you need. Sister Miller, I am good. I'm enjoying this Saturday, chilling out, enjoying my time of just relaxing, not taking life too serious right now, enjoying this Saturday. And that's all I'm doing. I don't have plans. I have no plans. She says, it's finally sunny here in Michigan. Oh, thank God. She said, girl, my OCD is getting better. I don't know. I don't know. I'm particular, but I'm not obsessed with stuff. Like, I like things to be particular in a certain way, but I'm not obsessed with it having it be that way all the time. And I think that's where OCD comes in that, right? Like, it has to be that way. Like, it has to be aligned, or it kind of, gets on your nerves, right? So Don says, I clean commercial buildings for a living, but at my own space, I'm a bit laid back. It's not messy, but my kitchen table always has all sorts of stuff on it. Yes. Yeah. And that's like, but see, that's the thing. I can vouch for that too, because when I come in the little island that I be talking to y'all on a lot, that y'all see me at in the kitchen a lot, that is kind of where like our free fall stuff goes, right? When we walk in the house, we kind of just lay everything there. But I like it like that because I get to see it, and then I know like, okay, this is becoming too much. It's time to put this stuff up. So, but then again, I have a small apartment. It's not big. It's just me and my son. And you know what? It's just enough. So there are times where I feel like, okay, you got to stop being lazy, trying to get certain things done. But then there are times where I'm like, child, them dishes going to be all right. Okay. And that's why I pray. I pray my husband be able to understand that I'm not a maid. And if you want your dishes clean every day, you better have me a dishwasher. We gonna need a dishwasher. Because I'm gonna tell you now, I'm not washing dishes every day. I'm not. That Yum Yum is the best. You got the Yum Yum? I don't think you got the Yum Yum. I don't think you got Yum Yum, Sister Paulette. You got Love Me. Love Me and Peach are two separate fragrances. So you have a Love Me fragrance, you have the Peach fragrance, and then you got the Level serum for your hair. So but the Yum Yum is a different fragrance than that. And I know that's something you would really love, Paulette. Knowing your personality, you would really love the yum yum. But like I said, the yum yum is definitely a summer spring scent. You know, some people, but then again, you live in a tropical area, so you could wear this scent year round. But you know, in other areas where the climates has seasons, that yum yum is something you would probably wear more in the winter. Tanya Renee, you said I cleaned and washed yesterday. Now I'm tired, resting today, but I'm going out in a little while to walk so I can get some exercise. Yeah. Um, I have to walk today. I have to find some time. Like I could have been walking now instead of on live talking to y'all, but I need to walk. So I set this goal of my own. I don't know why, but I just did it. And I said, I'm going to try to get in 10K steps a day. And I started this on Wednesday. So I have been hitting my metrics every day since Wednesday. And today is Saturday, and it's not a typical day where I will be out walking around and doing things. And then last night, I started having like an allergy reaction or sinus attack where I'm like, you know, you wake up, your eyes are itchy, your nose is all congested and stuff. So I had to go in the kitchen and pop me like 2 Benadryls. And then, you know, Benadryl gonna send you to bed. It was 12 o'clock in the morning. Was it? Yeah, it was 12 o'clock in the morning. And I had got up and I just kept like rubbing my nose, rubbing my eyes, and making that little noise. Y'all know that noise we make when the sinus be bothering you. You be like, I'm not gonna make it on public. Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. But I woke up and I was feeling like that. And I walked and I said, is my air purifier on? And it is. So I said, okay. I brought that up to say yesterday I walked like 2.5 miles at my job. My job is like a huge like warehouse. And I just walked the parking lot and around the building, the parking lot and around the building. I did that twice and I did 2 miles. So I think yesterday with it raining and then being outside, when everything was said and done that night, the pollen, because right now we're dealing with a lot of pollen, the pollen probably got in my system and caused me to have that reaction this morning. So anyway, I popped me them 2 Benadryls, came on back and was listening to TNT video. I was watching, and while I wasn't watching, I was listening. And then I fell right on back to sleep. And here we are. So let me see. Yeah, I be listening. I may not pop in the chat because I don't really see the point sometimes. Um, yeah, I'm at 2,500, almost 2,600 steps, and so I need to get to 10. So if I go to the gym and walk on the treadmill for about 3 miles, that'll get my steps in for sure. But yeah, I was listening. I do want to go back and watch because they were talking about the Holy Ghost and Brother Hayes. I know they were like, I know on TNT's channel, they were watching Brother Hayes and Peter debate each other and discussing it. However, I want to go back and watch that video because I wanted to hear what they had to say about the Holy Ghost. Just curious. So yeah, you said don't forget to love me. Yeah, that love me is everything. She said I got the blueberry flavor one. You did? I don't remember. Um, hey Shelly. Yep. How you doing today, Shelly? I don't know. I don't remember you getting that, sis. That's why I'm like, you got the blueberry one? um, sorry for shaking y'all like that. Please like the video, y'all. Like the video. Sister Shelley says, this is a time of year where when I keep gloves on and wear a mask because I'm allergic to grass, pollen, and leaves. Additionally, the pollen triggers my asthma. Yep, you have to. Same with Legend. Same thing with Legend. That's why I try not to have him outside doing too much, but I do like to get him oh, you saying you got a blueberry shea butter. Not mine, but somebody else's. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I'm like, did you order that? Because I don't have a blueberry shea butter. Hold on, y'all. One thing about it, I squeeze the lemon juice in there and the seeds be right there. But the tea that I'm drinking is the stress relief tea by Yogi. It has a blueberry flavor. That's the tea that I'm having today and talking to y'all. The video was supposed to be named What's the Tea? It's supposed to be named Tea with E. I don't know if it's named that or not. Oh, it is. It says it right there. But yeah. So what are y'all gonna do today? I wanted to do my nails, put it on like a nice little clear coat over the top, but I really don't feel like it. I need to go to the gym and get on that treadmill because I do not need to be outside and all of that yang yang. That ain't for me. No, that is the Love Me has the sense of strawberries and berries. So that's probably what you're smelling. It has the scent of like a strawberry, raspberries, like that scent. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yes. The Love Me collection does smell like berries. It smells like berries. Yes, it's a fragrance. The fragrance name for the Love Me collection is called Berries. And that's why that smells like that, but it's not a blueberry scent. It's just a berry scent. So that's why I was confused. Yeah, it's just a berries and it has the pink color. So yeah, that's why it smells like strawberry, raspberries, and I don't know what other kind of berry scent they put in there. They probably did sprinkle some blueberry scent in there, but that's not what the labels say. So, but yeah, the Love Me is a yeah, the Love Me is a good summer scent. Of course, it is. It is the peach too, but those are scents that you can wear all season long. Where like the Yum Yum is like specifically summer, spring type of girl. Um, so you said is the Legend Collection body serum Savage scent? Yes, that's what the Love Me. I mean, that's what the Legend name is now. It was called Savage, but since I done transitioned into holiness, I was like, I don't think I need a product called Savage. No, no, no. And I want to, if anybody on this live has ever attended a convocation or international convocation, when I went, they have people set up like their vendor tables, and you can promote and sell your products at our international convocations. So I'm cleaning up my brand just because, like I said, I created it. I wasn't in holiness. So I know the name Savage is just kind of like, hold on, pump your brakes, little girl. But everything else on there is pretty like clean and nothing was too much. So yes, the Savage is the Legend name now, and that's why the name changed. The name is changed on the labels, but it's not on the website, which I will change when I get the moment to. I got to take pictures of the labeling and bottle and all of that. So yeah, no, I don't have anything in a blue color or purple color. No. No, you said I love everything I bought and they're not too loud. No, they're not. They're very subtle. The brand is definitely on brand for me. I'm more of a subtle fragrance person on something that you can just kind of like layer with other things. So let's say for instance my body wash may smell like it's called salt water vanilla, so I would take that salt water vanilla and pair that with the peach or Love Me fragrance, And then you kind of have that vanilla body wash layered with the peach body butter, and you just smell so good. And then it's like you have your own scent. And then, say for instance, I'll have that, but then when I put my perfume on, because I'm like a Chanel number 5 type of girl, so I'll have my Chanel number 5 that's more of a powdery scent, and I'll spray my Chanel number 5, just a couple, not too much. And now you don't know what I'm wearing. You don't know what, because it's not one thing. It's like a layer of things, and it's just kind of create your own aroma. And yeah, so that's how I do it. If I wear perfume at all that day, sometimes I wear perfume, sometimes I don't, because the shea butters or whatever I'm wearing has a scent to it itself, and ain't no need to be wasting good perfume that's kind of expensive. So, it is something that I try to be mindful about. But yeah, I forgot about that, Paulette. I said, why she keep saying blueberry? But yes, it's the berries. It smells like berries. Strawberry, and I know raspberry scent is in there. Yep. You said, I'm doing good, just tired. I'm relaxing today. That walk may have to wait. I can't let it wait. You can let it wait. I can't let it wait. I gotta do it. I gotta walk. I gotta walk, y'all. I said 10K, 10K steps a day. So we will be walking and doing all of that. So we will, figure that out as well. But what's up, Go Yo? How long we been on here? About 46 minutes. Yeah. But that's all, y'all. I ain't had nothing else. Just wanted to come on, see what y'all was doing. It was the YouTube streets were really quiet. I guess because people are actually out in the world enjoying their weekend, actually doing things on the weekend. And I ain't got it like that. I ain't about to be out here spending no money. I gotta save every coin. Every coin. Our governor has given a raise. Yes, and I responded back to your email, Don. So our governor has given us a raise, but it ain't. I don't know when it's gonna go into effect. He gave us a new, yes. I responded to your email, or it's maybe within 10 minutes of when you sent it. So you'll be able to get that access and whatnot. What I was gonna say. So yeah, our governor has given us a raise and gave us a bonus. But I don't know when it's gonna happen. I don't know when we're gonna get it. I don't know what it's gonna do, you know, because you get a raise. See, this is the thing. I get paid on a monthly basis. So your salary, I'm salary based. So your yearly salary gets a raise. So when you get that raise, you got to break that raise down into your monthly check. So you probably just looking at an extra $200-300. And even then, depending on how much that raise increases your yearly salary, you might enter another tax bracket. And entering that another tax bracket means a whole different tax deduction, an additional tax deduction from the taxes that you have. So sometimes getting a raise, you really don't see it. You be getting your check and you be like, where is that? So I'm happy, but I don't know when it's going to be in an effect and how long I'm going to have to wait. I know in July we're getting a raise, which was already implemented last year. So July, and this is state government news. This ain't nothing exclusive. This ain't something like, oh, she telling all her business. No, you can go Google North Carolina governor budget proposal or his budget and what they signed off on. and you'll see it there. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that because I like the job that I do, but I don't know if I could keep doing the job and not get compensated for it. So, I might be looking to, increase, but I feel like the Lord is telling me to just be still right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to really trip on what's not happening for me and what is happening for me. So I do appreciate that. So he said, enjoy your walk. I'm going on the treadmill. I'm going on a treadmill, going to the workout room, getting on that treadmill, and hopefully I can get about 3 miles in on the treadmill and listen to something and enjoy that. So she said, if anyone receives food stamps, Trump is shutting down the system on April 26th. I recommend shopping before then because it says for 2 days, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's down longer. Yeah, well, I don't get any of those benefits, so I haven't been paying attention to that. But for those that do get those types of benefits, definitely do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Cause that man doing what he wanna do, and what he wanna do is not changing. I don't know if y'all follow Minister or Evangelist Taj's YouTube channel, but his YouTube channel is called True Financial Coaching. Y'all should go subscribe to his channel and read and listen to what he says because he gives out a lot of good advice about financial literacy, and not just about, how to it's I don't even he might, but I haven't even heard him trying to coach people of how to make money. It's more so how to manage what you got. And I think that is the most important thing because he said something that was very, very uh eye opening to me. And what he said was is that when you don't have debt, you're not concerned. Like when the country is doing all of this, you're not really concerned. Like it's not that you're not concerned, but I think the word that basically he said, not having debt alleviates a lot of his stresses. And I said, you know what? That is real. When you don't have a car payment, when you don't have a mortgage, when you don't have other things coming out, financing furniture. I'm not trying to shade nobody that finances furniture, but I have never financed furniture. I don't understand it. I don't want the couch that bad. I don't want the bed that bad. I don't. Now, I might I don't even know if I would finance a mattress. And I just never seen I guess for me, because I've never thought about it, I didn't realize that was a thing. But then I'm like, well, girl, where you think rent centers and all of these other rental companies that allow people to rent furniture, and if you don't pay for it, then they come pick it up. So a lot of my every furniture I've had has been either given to me or I've paid for it, with cash. So anyway, he was saying that, when you don't have those types of bills and, payday loans and things like that, you're not shooken up so much about what is happening in the country. And I was like, wow, that's so true. I got a long ways to go before I can be debt free. I'm 34 years old. So I got a long ways to go before I get there. But I do know that if I can start today, at least I'll be ahead of the game for when I am in my 60s. And even then, like, people retiring, I spoke to someone that's retiring soon, and they literally were like, I don't know if I'm making the right decision because I don't know if I'm going to earn enough to sustain what I got going on outside, once I retire. And all I could do is look at them because I'm like, yeah, can you even afford to retire? Is a conversation. And I think that is where a lot of people in our country, they're looking at now, you know. So it's sad. It's a real sad time. But we know that these times are coming, and we know why these times are here. So no need to, what we gonna do about it, you know? Yeah, you said I subscribe to his channel, very informative and beneficial. Yeah, he's very helpful, very helpful. If you have somebody like Taj, now he said this, y'all, so don't jump down my throat. He said if you just referring to him as a YouTuber, you could say his first name. If he in the church, then you say Evangelist Taj. If he on the YouTube, you could just say Taj. But one thing I could say is that if you listen to his videos and then utilize Chat GBT, oh, you'll be fine. You know, I listened to his videos on, what to do with your tax return, and I followed those steps, and I freed up more of my cash flow versus buying more stuff with your tax return. Alleviate some of your debt with your tax return so that way your monthly cash flow can increase. And I was like, say less. And that's what I did. And here we are, and I appreciate people like that. So, just giving us the tools and stuff. I sometimes feel away because, I'm like, I'm a single mom. I could use some food stamps. I can use this. I can use that. But then I think about it and it's like, girl, you ain't missed a meal yet. Hey, Sal, you haven't missed a meal yet. So what you complaining for? So it's things like that that I just give glory to the Most High about, because Lord knows it be getting, it's crazy. But when your child is only going to eat certain food anyway, why would I waste giving him salmon if I know he wants chicken fingers? You're going to get these chicken fingers, you know? And I know that's processed. And I saw this post, y'all, that said, you don't love your kids if you feed them McDonald's. What? You don't love your kids if you feed them McDonald's? Let me get a 4-piece kids meal, high seated drink, barbecue sauce. Yeah, let me get a 10-piece, honey mustard, sweet tea to drink. I know it's not real. I know the chicken ain't real. I know the burgers ain't real. I know the fries ain't real. I know that. And shoot, do you think about that with Wendy's? Do you think about that with Popeyes? Do you think about that with KFC? Do you think about that? No. My goodness. Like, what? We do stuff in moderation, okay? Maybe twice a month, and I don't go to McDonald's often. But listen, if we're traveling on the road and I see a McDonald's, I'm gonna stop, and we're gonna get us a biscuit in the morning, a sausage biscuit with a little jelly. I'm gonna get me a little coffee from McDonald's, like it's so, and I get it because I'm becoming a wellness girly. A wellness girly is the girlies that do their teas and they supplements and all of those good things and the juicing. Like, I know, guys, like, I know McDonald's is not the choice, but be for real. It's like it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So with that being said, I was just like, yes, Dawn, Auntie Dawn, she said, I hate it when people make those blanket statements. Yes, and probably don't have no kids. Probably don't have no kids. I saw this man said, if your girl gives your kid soda, she don't love, like, she's like basically something like she's not that smart. And I know sodas are not good for us, but you know, a soda once in a while, a little Coca-Cola ain't never hurt nobody. Now, if you want to drink a whole 12 pack, now you got a problem. But if you have a beverage, a Coca-Cola beverage every now and then, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay because guess what? It's poison in everything. It's poison in the water. It's poison in everything. The air you breathe got poison in it. Everything, the fabrics on your skin got poison in it. You ain't know that? Yes, there are fabrics in these clothes that can change. Like, it's just stuff. Like, people who are conspiracy theories, I always laugh because it's stuff in everything. It's stuff in everything. Um, Chris says, was great listening. Now I must handle my okay, husband duties. Look, okay, no problem, Chris. See you next time. Thank you for popping in. Yes. Being in the know about what's going on in the world financially at this time is a must. Go. Oh, God is our help. Amen. Yes, it is. And it's nothing wrong with knowing. Me and my dad was talking about that. We were like, you know, it's nothing wrong with kind of being in the know of where this country is going, but it's a difference when you kind of just watch the news to stay on top of things, but not, there are people that like are indulging in this administration and everything that they do. And I know that not that's not good for your mental health. So my dad and I were talking about that, and he was like, "Listen, I got to be on top. I got to know what's going on. I got to watch the news. I got to know what this man is doing, what he's signing into the bills and all of these things." And you know, where my dad he's in the Philadelphia area. So, they pay for tolls up there and things like that. So, he has to pay attention to the news. And I told him, I said, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a millennial. We don't watch the news. The like social media is our news. So if it comes across our news feed that is from the news, or breaking news, then I see it, but I'm not turning on my TV to watch Fox. And it's nothing wrong with that. I think that's something that I have to learn how to start doing because I don't do it. Um, I barely watch cable TV unless it's a show that I want to watch. Lately, I've been watching this show called Papa's House with Damian Wayans and his son, Damian Wayans Jr. And I'm trying to get into it. I'm not. I'm trying to get into it, but I don't know. It hasn't caught me, like hasn't got me yet. But then again, I did try to watch it when I was, halfway asleep. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to give it a try today. You said, regardless of what I purchase, I always wash it and make it and take it to the cleaners before I wear it. I know that's right. I may not take it to the cleaners, but I will wash things that come in the mail, for sure. Anything, everything, anything, everything. But yeah, y'all, we done made it to the hour mark. I thank you guys. Somebody hit the like button again. I appreciate you so much for that. So we got 13 people watching and 13 people in the background. So I appreciate y'all. I am going to go ahead and, oh goodness. I am going to go ahead and log off, and I will see you all tomorrow for Serenity Sunday. And nothing, we was talking about, we spoke on Trump administration just a little bit. We were talking about that, because Sister Shelley made the comment about him shutting off the food stamps for 2 days. And she was saying that people should go ahead and make their food purchases with their food stamp card before he shuts it off. Because she said it's only going to be for 2 days, but we don't know how long it's going to be. So if you get food stamps, EBT, you might want to go ahead and purchase your groceries. And then from there, we kind of went into the conversation about, his administration and how important it is for us to be aware of what's going on in our country. And then I mentioned Minister Taj and his YouTube channel called True Financial Coaching, and how he's always sharing information over there on that page. And he just dropped a video, I believe yesterday, that made me that I listened to. Now I thought it was very good. And from there, we just kept on going down that little rabbit hole. And here we are. Here we are. So I'm going to go ahead and log off. Yes, True Financial Coaching. He's one of the evangelists in Truth of God Ministries, and he works alongside Pastor Gino Jennings, and he travels with the brothers, baptized, and all of that good stuff. So he has a YouTube channel focused on financial literacy, literally. And I was telling them that none of his videos are about how to get money. It's about how to make the money you have work for you. And honestly, guys, that is the secret sauce. That is the secret sauce. Because I understand now. My cousin told me this. Minister Taj told me this. It doesn't matter how much you make if you can't manage what you make. It doesn't matter how much you make if you cannot manage what you make. And I said, you're right. You're right. So if I can't manage a $30,000 salary, I sure can't manage a $60,000 salary. If I don't have any discipline between the 30 and the 60, all I'm going to do is buy more stuff, spend more money, and be more wasteful. So I like listening to Minister Taj because he teaches us how to make the money that we make currently work for us. And we was talking about that. So thank you. Love you too, Dawn. Let me email me back and let me know if you got that message. If not, I can send it to you again. Life of Paulette, she said, that's the sauce. That's it. Manage what you make. Live within your means. And honestly, I can say, I could have got a cheaper car. I could have got a cheaper car. I could have. But I got the car before I got the place. And I didn't know that this is where I was going to be in life. I thought I was going to be married, y'all. But y'all know that story. Don't make myself cry. But yeah, so yeah, I say that to say, yes, that's the only expense that I have that I feel like is a little bit too much. It could be cheaper. But you're welcome. But it's like you live and you learn. You live and you learn. And the car ain't going nowhere. I would rather pay that car off than to have a repossession on my credit. Okay? So you live and you learn. And I would not do that again. And outside of that, I live within my means. And I can work my full-time job and get paid once a month and be taken care of the whole month, and I'm managing. It's taken me a while. It's taken me a while, but I'm learning. And the one thing I need to do is like really stay off of Amazon. That's the kicker. You're like, oh, let me order this. Oh, let me get this. Oh, let me buy this. Oh, let me do this. And that's the trick. That's one of the tricks of the enemy, allowing us to have so much at our disposal on our phone. Ooh. Whew, that's another conversation for another day. She said, if you can learn to live on 50%, you will be good. Exactly. And yeah. So with that being said, with the raises that we're getting, that are the extra money, my goal is for the extra money to go towards current debts, to pay those debts down, like kind of doubling up on those debts to get them down. So then that way, I can actually, have like a little bit more cash flow for me. And because if I didn't have a lot of like certain financial loans and, things that I did to, set my foundation and stuff, I will be all right. You know, you don't think about, oh, that's only $124 a month, but when you look at it over time, that's a lot of money. So like that is another thing too. So yeah, I'm learning a lot, financially, learning a lot from his channel, learning how to manage what I got, taking the advice and learning that I gotta be responsible for myself. You said Amazon, yes. Tumu, Wish, Walmart, yes, 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 yes. We we got to take them take them things away. Take them things away. Shelly says, I wanted people to know about food stamps because there might be many people in TOG who receive them. Yeah, yeah, that's sad. That's sad. But, you know. Well, guys, that's all I got. I ain't got no more. I need to go parent. I need to go be a parent. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Serenity Sunday. Serenity Sunday, my goal may be to come on about 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Just to kind of have like a quick conversation on the journal prompt for tomorrow. If you don't have your copy of the April journal prompts, you can go to www.growingwithlegend.com and click April prompts, and it will send it right to your email. It's free. It is free. Now, not sure how much free stuff I'm going to give to y'all. But as you can see, we are building, and whatever I can give for free, I would definitely give for free. But the journal prompts are currently free on the website. And if you just want to, you don't got to do it every day. I'm not going to lie to y'all, tell y'all I've been doing it every day, but I will show y'all what I've been doing. So I showed y'all like my little journal book, and I just been art journaling, my little pages and my responses. So this is one day, and here's the next. So, and then I think I showed y'all this one, or I didn't. Here you go. So these are when I take the journal prompts and I write out how I feel. Now, I'm an artsy type of person. I think I showed y'all this too. So these, I'm an artsy type of person, and, I'm still using my words and, writing and things like that. But, something simple. It's my first time doing, I thought this was so cute, the bottom part. But, this is how I spend time with God, and being able to kind of just like talk to him and let him know how I'm feeling, Yes, I love journaling. French! Hey, French! Where you been? French, where you been, sis? Thank you. It's so cute to see you just pop in. Hey, I'm glad to see you. As you can see, look at me smiling. I'm glad to see you, sis. I'm glad to see you. I've been in church, girl, period. Period. Ah. Period. Word to the law. Word to the law of God. Okay. Yes, that is beautiful. God, good to see you, girl. We was just getting off of here. It's good to see you. I'm glad that you've been in church and you've been getting the word. I love to see it. I love to see it. It's so good to see you, girl. It's been a while, y'all. It's been a while since I seen French pop in the chat or even on the comments of the videos like you. And honestly, I thought about Sister Christina. Sister Christina. I remember we was on live and she would pop in and just, have a good conversation too. So Christina, if you listen to this, hey girl, we miss you too. Pop in when you can. But it's good to see you again. Sister Paulette says, one of my girlfriends love journaling. Y'all, it's so therapeutic. Now, if I'm working from home or something like that and I have a down moment, that'll be the time where I take me a little break and I might get into journaling a little bit, or I do it when he's asleep and I have quiet time and I could just kind of journal. But get you a coloring book. One of our sisters in the chat, she got her a coloring book. Get you some markers, get you some crayons if you got to, and allow that time to just be time that you can just sit with the Most High and just like pray and color, or just do something creative. If you got to move your body, whatever your creativity is, use that to empower you to kind of just like meditate on God. Some of us, we might have a hard time just sitting still. Sitting still may not be our cup of tea. So if you want to journal and write and get you some stickers and put it in your book and, kind of write a story and all of that, that'd be great. I always encourage men to write. My ex was someone who wrote, and I bought him a nice little journal for him to like write and kind of get into his vibe. And he was telling me like, yeah, I do need to get back into writing. And I'm like, yeah, you got to, because that was therapeutic for him. And even if it was, I think one of the other brothers in the chat said they do poetry, so it's he said, I do poetry for the Lord. And I don't think it's anything wrong or goes against the scriptures to do poetry for love, to do poetry for, other natural things. As long as it's not, you could do it for love, but not because you're lusting, you know what I mean? So many things and so many gifts. There are so many gifts that the Lord has given to us, and it's up to us to utilize them. It's our choice to utilize them. So, art and artistry is one of mine, and also talking. Me talking. Me and Paulette, we got the same problem. And me talking. Paulette said her thing is she could talk. Yes, that's why I like to go over to her channel and I'll be watching her when she do her videos. And I like your voice, Paulette. I like your voice. Your voice is very I can hear you doing a podcast, literally doing a podcast talking about fun, crazy things. Like I can see you doing a podcast and it'd be like the crazy things people do. And you get these stories and you read them and it's like this person did the wildest thing ever and you like kind of give your commentary on that. That would be hilarious because I just like your energy and how upbeat you are. That would be funny. Yeah, y'all. So that's where I've been trying to journal every day. I have not been able to journal every day just because of time. And, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself with journaling. And then I start to feel like resentful for doing it. So the day is coming, probably, it's already 3:30. All right, y'all. So we going on about our business. Thank you everyone for coming in. Uh, she said, adult coloring books, journaling to help improve your days along. Yes, especially for you, for those of you that are retired. I know y'all probably like, no, I don't. But I know y'all get, probably tired of being in that house by yourself, or, if you are alone, or just kind of like having something to do during the day, journaling, coloring, YouTube, being on the YouTube, scrolling, all of that, y'all, is something for y'all to do. Always picking up that word, but I ain't gonna go there because we ain't talking about that today. We ain't talking about that today. Not the time. Not the time. But as always, I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for popping in with me for this quick little conversation. We have been on the live for an hour and 19 minutes. If you all have anything to say, drop it down in the comments of the video once the video is live. And I love you guys, and I will see you all on another video. Bye.